Welcome back to B&B for Phone, your absolute favorite destination for all the juiciest gossip, deepest character dives, and wildest theories from the glamorous and chaotic streets of Los Angeles. Today is a beautiful day to sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and dive headfirst into the latest television madness. We are so thrilled to have you here with us to unpack a storyline that has completely broken our hearts and set the fandom on fire. Let us just jump right into the absolute tragedy that is currently unfolding for Daphne Rose Walton and Carter Walton. Can you believe it? Just when we thought this beautiful couple was finally going to get their happily ever after and start the family they have been desperately dreaming of, the writers hit us with a massive curveball. According to the latest developments, Daphne has been growing increasingly anxious about her inability to conceive. We all know they have been trying, and the sheer disappointment month after month has been weighing heavily on both of them. So, Daphne finally goes in for a crucial doctor's appointment to figure out exactly what is going on with her body. But here is the surprise. Her regular, trusted physician has a sudden, unexplained emergency and is nowhere to be found. Instead, stepping into the sterile, cold examination room is none other than Dr. Lee Finnegan. And the news Lee delivers is nothing short of catastrophic. Lee diagnoses Daphne with early menopause, effectively shattering her dreams of carrying a child. That is crazy. Daphne is entirely too young to be facing a diagnosis of premature menopause, and the sheer devastation on her face is enough to make any longtime viewer burst into tears. Picture the scene, guys. The sterile, blindingly white walls of the Los Angeles hospital room, the uncomfortable crinkle of the examination table paper as Daphne nervously waits for her trusted doctor, the sheer anxiety radiating off Carter as he paces the room, tightly gripping his phone, praying for good news. And then the door swings open, and it is not the warm, familiar face of Daphne's regular OBGYN. Instead, Dr. Lee Finnegan marches in, her clipboard clutched tightly in her hand, her expression entirely unreadable and strictly business. We all know Lee is not exactly known for her warm and fuzzy bedside manner. She is clinical, direct, and sometimes downright icy. Can you imagine the blunt, almost mechanical way she must have delivered this world-shattering news? The sheer cruelty of that delivery is enough to make my blood boil. But let us be honest here, my fellow soap lovers. Something about this entire medical scenario feels incredibly off, and my instincts are screaming that we are looking at a classic, slow-paced plot setup for a massive reveal. We need to talk about Dr. Lee Finnegan and the highly suspicious circumstances surrounding this diagnosis. Lee is a brilliant doctor, sure. We all remember the absolute suspense when she secretly kept her son Finn alive in a hidden hospital room against all medical odds. But Lee is also notoriously stubborn, frequently overworked, and highly prone to tunnel vision when she is distracted by family drama. Are we really supposed to believe that Lee, rushing in at the very last second to cover for a colleague's emergency, conducted a flawless, perfectly accurate medical evaluation of a patient she is not intimately familiar with? Absolutely not. The fan theories are already exploding across the internet, and the consensus is loud and clear. Lee Finnegan made a monumental, catastrophic mistake. What if Lee simply grabbed the wrong medical file? Think about the sheer chaos of a busy Los Angeles hospital. Charts get mixed up. Digital files get cross-contaminated. It is one of the most classic plot twists in television history, and it fits perfectly right here. I am entirely convinced that Lee looked at the blood work and hormone panels of a completely different woman, perhaps someone significantly older who actually is going through menopause, and slapped that devastating label onto Daphne. The idea that Daphne's fertility is actually perfectly intact, but she is being forced to grieve a future she has not actually lost, is both brilliant writing and absolute emotional torture. I hate seeing Daphne and Carter suffer like this, but from a dramatic standpoint, it is pure gold. Let us dive deep into the psychological profile of Daphne during this agonizing ordeal. This is a woman who is already under an immense amount of stress at Forrester Creations. We know she has been working overtime, teaming up with Dylan to expose Ivy Forrester's toxic, manipulative behavior regarding that intercepted letter between Will and Elektra. Daphne has been acting as the righteous whistleblower, putting her own career and peace of mind on the line to do the right thing. To walk out of that high-stakes corporate battlefield and into a doctor's office, only to be told her body is failing her, is a psychological breaking point. Daphne is going to spiral, and who could blame her? She will inevitably start feeling inadequate, broken, and unworthy of the life she has built. The trauma of a misdiagnosis like this will seep into every single interaction she has. Will she start pushing Carter away? Will she convince herself that he deserves a woman who can easily give him biological children? It is a heartbreaking trajectory. And speaking of Carter Walton, my heart absolutely bleeds for this man. Can we please take a moment to analyze Carter's tragic romantic history? This man has been the ultimate successor character when it comes to being the reliable, handsome, and fiercely loyal leading man, yet he has been put through the emotional ringer time and time again. He endured the explosive betrayal with Quinn Fuller. He suffered through the sudden, inexplicable heartbreak with Paris Buckingham. Now, he finally has Daphne. He finally has a partner who matches his energy, his loyalty, and his deep desire for a traditional family. Carter is a natural protector, a man who wants nothing more than to be a devoted father. Watching him sit in that doctor's office, holding Daphne's hand, while his own dreams of fatherhood are seemingly ripped away by Lee's diagnosis, is agonizing. But Carter is not the type to just walk away. He is going to dive into research. He is going to look into surrogacy. He is going to suggest adoption. But beneath his supportive exterior, he will be quietly mourning, totally unaware that this entire nightmare might be based on a clerical error. Let us pivot back to Dr. Lee Finnegan, because I cannot let her off the hook that easily. I have a serious love-hate relationship with Lee. I love her fierce mama bear energy, but I absolutely hate her self-righteous arrogance. If it turns out that she misdiagnosed Daphne because she was careless or rushed, the fallout is going to be nuclear. Imagine the suspense when the truth finally comes out. How will Lee justify this? Will she try to cover it up to protect her pristine medical reputation, or will she immediately confess to her catastrophic blunder? Knowing Lee, she might initially double down, convinced of her own infallibility. But when the truth inevitably surfaces, her career could be on the line. And think about the ripple effects. If Lee made a mistake with Daphne's chart, whose chart was she actually reading? Is there another woman wandering around Los Angeles who desperately needs medical attention for early menopause, but was told she is perfectly healthy? The interconnected web of drama here is simply staggering. Furthermore, we have to consider how this medical crisis intersects with the ongoing chaos at Forrester Creations. While Daphne is drowning in personal sorrow, the company is tearing itself apart. We have Liam Spencer aggressively pressuring Hope Logan to jump ship and join Katie's new fashion house. We have Brooke Logan making seductive, manipulative power plays with Ridge to steal Steffy's co-CEO position. And we have the younger generation Will, Elektra, and RJ engaging in physical scuffles and toxic love quadrangles thanks to Ivy's scheming. Daphne is a core part of this ecosystem. If she steps back to deal with her supposed infertility, who is going to keep the peace? Without Daphne's grounding presence, The conflict between Ivy, Steffy, and the rest of the Forrester crew is going to escalate out of control. Daphne's personal tragedy is going to create a massive professional vacuum, and you better believe the sharks like Ivy and Brooke will use any distraction to advance their own agendas. So, what is the ultimate endgame here? I firmly believe this is a temporary, albeit agonizing roadblock for Daphne and Carter. The writers are testing their bond, pushing them to the absolute limit to see if their relationship can withstand the ultimate pressure cooker. They will likely go down the grueling path of exploring surrogacy or adoption, bonding deeply over their shared grief and determination. And just when they have finally accepted their new reality, just when they have found peace with the hand they were dealt, boom, the plot twist will drop. Daphne's regular doctor will return, review the file, and realize the horrifying mistake Lee Finnegan made. The sheer euphoria of discovering they can still conceive naturally will be the ultimate emotional payoff for this couple. But the anger directed at Lee? That will be a storyline for the ages. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me that Lee completely botched this diagnosis and grabbed the wrong medical file? Or do you think the writers are actually going through with this heartbreaking early menopause storyline for Daphne? Drop your thoughts, your wildest theories, and your deepest frustrations in the comments below. We absolutely love reading your insights and debating these crazy Los Angeles plot twists with you. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update from B&B for Phone. Until next time, keep watching, keep theorizing, and stay fabulous.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.